Hello, all traders. This is Zurab, analyst, and I'm representative of company VIPTRADE. Before I start, I would like to inform you that the method of analysis is based on market supply and demand rules and criteria. I also use a combination 3 time frames for the analysis, which helps me to determine the global, medium, and small dynamic possible price movement. Okay, we can start. Our first pair is Euro USD, Euro Dollar. So this is the pair is in a phase of daily trend change, after which the price is expected to continue the upward correctional movement to the supply area 1.1681, 1.1759 to here, from which it's possible to develop a deeper downward trending movement. Of course, the development of a downward movement will be changed tendency in the lower time frames. On the 4-hour chart, we must look after the changing tendency. We can work downward movement on the sell tendency or on the 1-hour time frame. Also, we can move or a buy movement and the sell movement. Okay, our next pair is Pound USD. So the pair is currently in the daily supply area 1.3654, 1.3751, from which on the lower time frame it's possible to develop a downward correction movement to the demand area 1.3471, 1.3410. But we also have to wait a changing for our tendency minimum for the work for the developed downward tendency movement, and also we can work sell, and from demand area also we can work buy. Of course, because of this demand and supply area are a corridor, this is with the price can move as long as it's not violated in any direction. If the price broke on this daily supply area from the correction downward movement, price is bouncing on the upward to the next supply daily area. Okay, our next pair is NZDUSD. The NZD, here it is. So the pair is in the middle of the daily demand 0.6845, 0.6807, and supply 0.7000, 0.7090 area. It's possible to work in the appropriate direction from both ranges, but at this time to determine the movement, it's necessary to observe a trend change according to the lower time frame in order to be able to generate the money for correction movements as upward and or downward. The pair trades in these daily ranges. Here it is. If we have changing upward correction movement, so at this time on the 4-hour chart, so we can work sell direction to the demand area and after this we can of course work upward movement to the supply daily area. So we have to wait changing uh, on the lower time frames, and after this work is buy and to sell. Okay, so our next pair is USDCAD. Here it is. What we see. So we see that the pair is in the daily demand area, 1.2465, 1.2419, from which it's possible to develop an upward correctional movement to the supply area, 1.2679, 1.2772. And from the mentioned supply area, it's possible from here, it's possible to develop a deeper downward trend after the changed tendency in the lower time frame. So if we have waiting on the 4-hour chart to changing tendency after upward correctional movement, so we can, of course, we can work the sell direction to the demand area. And of course, after the downward this movement, when it is when if changing on the 1-hour or 4-hour chart with the buy movement, so of course we can work the buy direction to the supply area. Okay, our next pair is So I wanted to tell you that that this time we after the changing lower time frame tendency, we can work the buy correction movement, and after the buy correction movement changing, so we also work the sell direction. So we can buy from the demand area, and of course we can sell from the supply daily area. Okay, so the gold. Okay, the gold. So as for gold, it's in the development phase of a downward correction movement for the daily supply area 1769, 1786, because we have to wait for a trend change on the lower time frame, on the 4-hour chart or on the 1-hour chart, after which it's possible to develop a correction downward movement to the demand area to here 1734, 1721. From this, it's also possible to develop the trend of buy movement, because this is a new demand daily demand area, and after this if price is bouncing to here after the changing correction downward correction tendency on the lower time frame, we also work buy move motion to the supply area, but it will be very long movement. Gold trades daily supply and demand areas. So between these, sell from supply area and buy from demand area. So that's all. That was I want to say you. Thank you. Good luck. Many profits.